Today, I'm going to talk about a topic we never talked about before, and that is how to be a great speaker, presenter for your speech.
Take effing action. Put it together. And subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
How do you deliver a great speech to your company, let's say? Or how do you deliver a great speech to an event? Let's say you have an audience of 1,000 people, you need to get on stage. I'm going to teach you some basic tips on how to deliver an excellent speech. Nothing I talk about today will be very complicated. These are very simple ideas that you should incorporate into your presentations, and they will improve your presentations. It will improve the attention of the people joining your event. The very first thing I want to talk about is your attire, what you wear. If you're talking to business people, suit and tie. If you're talking to people that are interested in sports, maybe wear something sporty. Whatever the event is, you have to dress appropriately. You do not want to show up to a business event wearing a t-shirt because immediately you don't have authority. It's important that you bring authority. You must bring authority to your meetings. When you get on the stage, people know exactly where you're positioned. You are a business person. They know what kind of person you are. If you come on the stage in a t-shirt, they're confused. Why is this t-shirt guy on stage telling me about business? Immediately you lose that authority. So first impression is always important. If you date girls or boys, you understand what I mean. First impression is always very important. So you want to dress appropriately when you go on stage. So that's the very first thing. The second thing is where you stand on stage. That is also very important. I see so many people when they speak, they move here, they move there. Even worse, sometimes they turn around. They look back, they look at the slide, they look at the TV. They're not looking at the audience. Every time you turn your back, you lose that connection with the audience. They don't feel you're talking to them. It's very important you are center stage. Center stage would be right about here because we're all in lockdown. We cannot do it in a real proper event location. So I'm doing it in my living room. But let's pretend this is the stage, right? This would be the center location. This is where the most power is. This is the power position. This place is where everybody's focused on. So you want to be in the power position. You're in the power position. You're here, people pay attention to you. You don't want to move away from that power position too much. But it's okay to move around. But remember, you're always facing the audience. You never turn your back against them. You always face the audience. You can move around, but you always go back to the power position. That would be right here. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is where do you place your hands? When you are in your power position, your hands naturally fall to your side. So on your side. Ideally, you want the palm to face the audience because you're trying to say that you're open. You're open. You have no secret hiding. You're ready to tell them everything. Your hands are open. That is a signal that you're ready to share everything. Hands open. And you're facing them. And this is your natural posture when you talk to the audience. When you're looking at the audience, you're always looking at the audience, and your hands are always facing them. I see a lot of presenters, they like to do this. I think that's a really bad idea because this is a really bad natural position because when you do hand gestures, it's not normal, it's not natural. Let me give you an example, right? I'm talking to the audience and I say something like this. I want to show you something. You see how that's really not right and weird? So don't do that. Keep your hands on the side. Palms open, facing the audience. You're always looking at the audience. Always. Your eyes never drop off the audience. So 1, 2, 3. So number 4. Number 4 tip for you is use hand gestures. So when you deliver something important, chop. You see what I'm doing? I'm chopping. I'm chopping vegetables. This is the most important thing that you must understand. You must understand this. The sun revolves around the galaxy. It's an undeniable fact. Chop. When you're saying something strong, confident, and certain, you chop. That's one hand gesture. And when you want to tell people that you're honest, you just want to share with them, use this. Hands open. I just want to tell you this. I want to share this with you. So that's how you do it. You open your arms. When you open your arms, that means you're ready to share. This, not sharing. You're protecting whatever that is you're protecting. You're hiding this thing away from the audience. You don't want to do that. You don't want to hide this thing. You want to share. But don't do that. No, not good. Your normal gesture, I want to share this with you. So that's another one. Use your open arm gesture to invite the audience in, to tell them that I'm ready to share. Okay, chop, share. What else is there? There are so many. There's so many gestures that you can use. Like I'm using one right now. There's so many gestures, and people do pay attention to your gesture. Your gesture is actually what will grab their attention. It's not what you say. It's the gestures. Your body language is 93% of your communication, along with your tonality. So that will be like number 5. Number 5 is work on your tonality. Notice that when I talk, I don't talk like monotone, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like I have high notes, I have low notes. Sometimes I talk fast, sometimes I slow, sometimes I pause. Sometimes I make you think a little bit before I continue. Sometimes I yell at you. And other times, I'm soft and quiet because I want you to think about what I said. Tonality is very important. Tonality is what grabs attention, along with your body language. You use body language and tonality. This is not something I can teach you in this 10-minute video, but pay attention to your body language and tonality in your gestures. Don't point to your audience. Don't go like that. That's confrontational. That's like you're fighting them. All right? I do that sometimes, but it's not good. Don't do that. Instead, do this. Do that, okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's bad. Don't say, fuck you, audience. No, don't do that. I do that, but you don't do that. So that's like 5 points already, right? And I will give you the last point. How to be a great presenter is you always pay attention to the audience. I always do. I always look at my audience and see if they're paying attention. Because if you look at your audience and they're like, or they're like playing with their phone, that means you did not grab their attention. They're not even listening to you. And now you have to figure out how to grab their attention. How do you grab their attention? Sometimes you play a little game. Sometimes you ask questions. How many here knows how many businesses here are in Vietnam? And then if they don't answer, pick a name. You in the brown shirt. And when you start doing that, everybody start paying attention because they don't want to be embarrassed. Right now they will pay attention because if you call their name or you pick them and they don't know what to say, they look like idiots. How you grab their attention, right? You always find ways to grab their attention. If they're not paying attention to you, there is no speech. There is no presentation because they're not getting any information from you. When you do a presentation, a speech, you're delivering messages to your audience. But if they're not listening, nothing happens. So you gotta make sure, especially here in Vietnam, because every time I go to an event, this is what people do, right? Gotta grab their attention. So that's 5 tips. Let's see if I can remember what I told you, because I came up with these myself, like no planning, right? 1 is dress, right? Dress properly. 2, center position. Face the audience. 3 is using gestures. 4 is body language, tonality. 5 is, I forgot. 6 is paying attention to your audience. Pay attention to these things. They can help you become a better presenter. They can help you become a better public speaker. Let me tell you this. 2 years ago, I was a shitty speaker. I can't speak in front of an audience. When I see an audience of 500 people, I get scared. I'm like, I can't speak properly. But now, today, I can speak to people, like 1,000 people in the audience, 2,000 people in the audience. I've done that already, and it's normal for me. I just feel very relaxed. I don't feel any nervousness. That comes from repetition. That comes from practice. You do enough of it, Not scared anymore. It's like having morning coffee. It's normal. It's what I do, and I enjoy it. I enjoy giving public speeches. Cannot do it during COVID. I want to do TEDx. Either organize a TEDx event or join one, because I think I have so many things I can share with the world. All right, so take some fucking action, become a better public speaker, and don't be a fucktard.